Hi everybody, it's Kathy again. I took the braids down, so instantly I'm like, oh my god, I just got a new hairstyle. Hello. It's called loose braids. Anywho, these are not really, I don't want people to think I'm actually serious and think that I am doing real hairstyles because, you know, I'm just having fun with it. I also realized people that don't know me, people that actually have never met me, perhaps think I am a lunatic. I talk silly like this. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's just part of how I talk. Anybody that knows me knows that that's true. But if you don't know me, you might be like, not even like, I don't even know how to react to this lady. So I can't, I'm still I guess we're kind of coming out of quarantine in North Carolina, but I gotta say it, we're still in the quarantine. You gotta make your face do the things. Anyway, I just want to make people laugh. Right now, I'm just trying to, you know what I'm trying to do? Trying to stay positive. But guys, you know, the last couple of days. I mean, if you're not feeling something in the air, a heaviness of some sort over this racial stuff, you may not be a human being. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying having some sort of reaction to it because and for me, this is my way of this is how I'm dealing with it. You guys get to come hear my thoughts in my head. I will say this. As a black woman, I've never defined myself ever. I'm not one of those people who's like, who are you? Well, I'm a black woman who I've never done it, and I almost have never done it like on purpose. But to the point where now I might have to pull that back and start with that because that is part of my identity. And I think I just think it would be interesting, like what I've done around this, this killing. I don't even know what to say about the events that happen and people getting killed by the cops and the racism. And it's overt. I just am curious of how people are reacting. Like, are you reacting? Like, this comes up every year, it seems. You know, are you reacting the same way that you did, or you may be seeing it a little differently? Because that's how we know our consciousness is expanding. We are seeing more perspectives. We are understanding more perspectives. And when you get the real understanding, you can try to imagine someone's point of view, but when you can make a heart-to-heart connection with somebody and understand and just see new truths. So for me, I've been doing a lot of work. I feel like this is more of like, it's so relevant to everybody because it's this collective thing. Racism is a collective thing, and there are plenty of people who we can try to ignore it, and because I actually did that for a lot of my life. I'm like, it didn't affect me the way it affected other people in my family, let's put it that way. And so it took for me personally not kind of looking out. I want to stop looking out and saying, well, now do you see that there's racism? What do you think is racism? You know, talking about the kneeling and the this and the that, and stop arguing about that. Stop arguing about, I told you there was racism, and let's start talking about why it's there. Where is it coming from? It is generational, guys. And I know there are plenty, I have so many friends and friends that I consider family, that are not blood related, that not a racist bone in their body. But guys, the roots, the ancestors, that's what I urge you all, just look at how am I reacting to this? Is it making me mad at the injustice? Because guys, as black folk, this is nothing new, okay? And I think that's what black people get stuck on that. We get stuck on, I can't believe I told you this has been happening. We've been saying this for hundreds of years or whatever. The more important thing, instead of arguing about that, we shouldn't be arguing, number one. We should be happy that more and more people are seeing these truths come up. This is a time, if you guys haven't, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if you're into the Bible or not. Revelations, things are being revealed, guys. This is a time in our in our lives, in our history, when so much is being revealed. So instead of arguing about oh, this is being revealed. I told you I was right and you were wrong. Like, what does it mean to you? How is it making you feel? There are a lot of things I've been talking about writing a book. I've written half of it on this emotional healing that we have to do. And it's not, maybe we can do it as a country or as a world, I don't know, but I think everything begins with yourself. I didn't really realize how much, I tried to kind of ignore it. I know a lot of people do this too, so don't make me seem like I'm a weird person. But you try to, it's not affecting me. Everybody in my little world seems happy. I'm good. But when I started doing it, like the inner work of, who am I? Why am I on this planet kind of stuff? You start to really, truly have some revelations, or I did. I won't say everybody's going to go through what I went through. I just had some deep revelations about what my mom went through and what my grandmother went through and what her mother went through. And we all come from the same town. So it's that's really special right there. But the hardships that they had, that I kind of, like my mom talked about it so much when I was young that you start tuning it out. And you're like, I almost rebelled against all that, So but that is like my little, that's how I relate to it all. And it made me think about the issues in my family and from an ancestral point of view, patterns that I saw in our family around self-esteem, self-worth, beauty. I wasn't told, I know my mom thought it was pretty. I'm like, I'm cute, come on now. But I wasn't told I was I wasn't told I was beautiful. I was told I was smart. I could be anything I wanted to be. There are a lot of, there's a deep healing that needs to happen around self-esteem. And I actually think probably more for like my generation and older, because I got to tell you guys, the young people that I meet, I have a stepson who's 17. He's like cool, hip, into what's happening. And he like knows himself. He's a good kid. They're on top of things. They're not seeing the stuff that we are seeing. That I'm like, yes, we're part of I hate to say it. I can't even believe I'm like part of this older generation that we're repeating the same patterns that our parents did. We were just like my stepson, that idealistic. We didn't see it. You don't want to say that you don't see color, but you first see the human. And so when they see us talking about like making big deal, they look at us baffled. Okay. I drove Uber for a little bit. Oh, tales from the Uber. I got to do a whole thing on Uber. I would say everybody like under 30, guys, that to me, they are woke. We have gone asleep. We need to wake up, and because what happens is when we don't heal these things, when we don't heal those, I got like, maybe you have a racist uncle or your grandmother or your mother. I'm married to a white guy, and we are real about that. He's told me the way he was raised and to believe certain things. There's an attitude. There are what I'll call them coping mechanisms. But maybe for white people, it was a different kind of coping mechanism of like, this is what we deserve. This is how it is. And for my family, it was not that. And so it's so hard for us to see those different points of view. It is really important, guys, to at least talk to yourself about this. If you don't know any person of another race, or you can't understand this, or if this is triggering you, like however it's triggering you, think about the people that you know. I'm like, me? You want to know a black person? Give me a call. I would guarantee you we probably have more in common than we have not in common. Because at the end of the day, guys, we're human beings. So I know this is really, I'm like, here's the great thing. Let's be grateful. Can we please be grateful for a minute that this stuff is coming up and people are seeing it? If you haven't noticed, more and more people are seeing it. I don't know how else to say it. And that is something to be so grateful for. Let's let it come up. Let's do whatever you need to do to make you feel better. Go protest, go write your senators, do the things that make you feel good with your truth and how you need to heal yourself and your family around this race issue. And maybe not everybody needs that, but honestly, I think everybody needs that. That's just me. But, it's affected my family, and it's like I want to write a book about it, how much it's affected, because I think people that know me, I don't talk about this kind of stuff, so they're like, what? I have no idea. Like that kind of stuff. Anyway, I'm not going to keep blabbing. It's like 10 minutes long video. Everybody, hang in there. Love you all. Stay positive. Let's be grateful for the positive things that are happening. I think it's always a positive thing when we learn the truth. Sometimes it's hard to accept and deal with and look at, but it's okay. So I'm really hoping that this helps you kind of spark your own, whatever you need to do to work on this, heal it, deal with it. Or you can just look at my hair and be like, what is going on? I don't know what's going on. It's like, it's becoming a square. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.